on this power line. Dad's the only one with a gun. I'm running the camera. But there's a mature 9-pointer with one eyeball. We're thinking he might be responsible for whiplashes. Half-right. And there's a pretty nice 10-pointer that's got main beams that curl in a lot. Other than that, we're just hoping for a surprise buck and just enjoying the morning together. So, we're jam-packed in this ground blind with tripods and guns and chairs and Carl. How do you think?
I'm ready for one eye.
He's ready for one eye.
Alright, well, the morning hunt was pretty much a dud. Kind of surprised about that. We haven't been on this property in like over 2 weeks, and the cameras have shown a lot of activity, but
5,000 pounds of corn.
that too. And I don't know, it seems like there's always those days where the weather seems right and the deer just aren't moving, and they weren't moving on any cameras. Even on my buddies, we share Tacticams, I didn't see them moving very good. So they're probably going to move here in about an hour, about 12:30. It's 11:30 now. We're going to hurry up and get back out there. We got some breakfast. OSU just scored versus Texas Big 12 Championship 14-7, so we're still in it, but they seem like they might stomp us. Anyway, we hunted together this morning. Dad had the only gun, but we're about to split up. We see a little bit more between the two of us.
One eye.
And I'm going to try out my new camera arm for the big camera, so I got to get in there and get that set up.
Yeah. Well,
Dad's looking for one eye. Good luck, Dad.
Alright, man, I'm really excited about this. It's really windy out here, so this is me testing the microphone and my new camera setup, but I'm all mounted up in here. I got my 4th arrow camera arm. I got this big camera that's supposed to be really good resolution. I'm excited about that. It's about 12:30. It's the last weekend of rifle season here in Oklahoma. And I'm sitting in a spot that a great big buck, whiplash, was here early season. Nobody's hunted here for like 15, 16 days. So this should be a good sit this evening. This morning was slow. I didn't come back here. They gotta start moving. Should be good. Tune in. You guys can see that, but there's a raccoon in that big dead tree. He's just hanging out up there in that limb. I've never seen a raccoon in the middle of the day just chilling up on a limb like that. Way over there, about 800 yards.
All right, it is final afternoon, final day of rifle season. Yesterday, I ended up seeing like 6 different bucks. They were all little bitty things. Couldn't film them all because they were either behind the tree where the camera wouldn't point, or it was just too dark. They pushed a couple does. Dad saw the 2 does. They come running around, stomping their feet, chasing around, acting a fool, but no shooters there. So we decided to not hunt this morning. We thought we might have prevented deer from coming in by having the truck parked right here. Some of the deer come from over there. So we stayed out this morning, and we did see similar activity on the cameras, a little bit midday movement. Still none of our shooter bucks, so hopefully tonight they move before it gets dark and we get one more crack at them. Otherwise, we ain't done hunting them. We still got bows and crossbows, and
Well, this is the last rifle hurrah, though,
it is the last evening
for 2023
for
for me.
2023. So Dad likes to reach out there and poke them with his old 308. But let's go out. Let's go hunting and see what happens.
All right, well, it's about 3:50 p.m. We got up in here about noon, and it's been really windy. It's pretty warm, 58 degrees, but the wind is cold. But it's the last day rifle, so we're sitting out here. We're doing the best we can. Give these deer a chance to mess up. Man, it's just nice to be outside here
All right, guys, January 4th, 2024 here in Oklahoma. Hooked up to the boat, but I'm going deer hunting. I'm going to drop off the boat at my buddy Darren Thomas, Integrated Boat Works. We got some custom stitching being done to the Vexus boat cover to fit some of our custom power pole hydraulic line running we did back at the back. Man, I'm headed out to the woods and I'm pretty excited about it. I don't know why, just I always get excited to go in the woods. The trail cameras have been absolutely like nothing. I mean like nothing. And when there is something, it's at like 2, 3 in the morning, midnight. There's no daytime activity whatsoever except for crows. So I don't really, the only thing I'm excited about is tonight is a cold front. It's cold right now. It's 47 degrees right now. It's going to be in the 20s. We got snow and precipitation coming, and it's going to start getting here just a little bit after dark. So I'm hoping the deer sense that and it gets them on their feet. I've got a couple people here in Oklahoma that I get a deer for every year. And I've killed a deer every year for the last 31 years in Oklahoma and tagged it. And I don't really want to break that trend. So I'm going to try to go harvest a doe, or if some buck comes by, management buck, old buck, whatever, I'm going to try to shoot a doe with my bow. And so I'm excited to get out there. This is probably going to be one of the last sits I get to do before the weather and the fishing and everything just completely take over the remainder of January for me. So I'm gonna head out there, get the boat dropped off, and let's go get in a tree. All right, so I'm like 2 hours beyond my last video. I'm almost at the hunting spot, and I realize I have left the most important piece to film this thing short of the camera. Is there's a special mount that straps around the tree that I ratchet tight that has a hole in it that I slide my camera arm into and allows it to pivot from 2 joints. I don't have that. So I've been sitting here thinking my whole drive, like, how can I make this up? So I'm about to pull into an Atwoods and try to engineer something crazy, because I've got the camera arm. I've got the camera arm. I've got everything I need except for the base that goes around the tree. So I'm thinking like buy ratchet strap, zip ties, maybe some PVC. I might even use like part of my truck, like maybe like a socket wrench or something, because it's got to be, you know, I don't know, I got to measure. Here's an Atwoods. I got to measure. I don't even know what the diameter is of what it has to receive my post. Let's go see. Let's go try this. All right, so I just bought like 14-inch long zip ties. I bought some shorter zip ties. I bought some ratchet straps, and I found like a, I don't know what this is, 3/4 inch socket wrench. And I looked inside and it's got this nice little kind of diameter circle inside. Slipped my mount in there. Might work. Put some tape on it to try to get some grip to it with the zip ties or with the ratchet strap. I feel like I gotta have something down at the bottom to like keep it from sliding out. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out in the tree. So let's go hunting.
All right, so I'm in here, and I got my thing all rigged up, and it's holding it kinda. Here, I'll videotape you. There you go. This is what we're working with here. We've got a ratchet strap, and we've got a couple big zip ties holding this 3/4 inch socket wrench up. And we're mounted in there. That zip tie right there is very important, because that's what's keeping, that zip tie right there is what's keeping this thing from rotating and the camera just falling over. So the deer's gonna have to be in the most perfect spot ever, or else this camera may just go swinging. We may not even see a deer, but we did Jimmy rig this thing, and I don't know if you can see above me up there, but I do got my GoPro running right there, so you can't see that. I'm gonna do my best. Let's see if we even see a deer. 37 yards. But I had multiple chances to shoot one at 30 yards. But the camera's not mounted right, and there were cedar limbs right in the way. I couldn't even see it with the camera. So I never even grabbed my bow. I was waiting to find a good shot. I thought for sure they'd stick around longer and feed, but I watched them. They all wandered off through the cedar trees. Yeah. Maybe they'll come back or something else will come in, but darn it, I thought we were gonna get it done. Almost.
All right, well, let's go back to the truck. Did not see any more deer. Darn it, that was a missed opportunity. I've heard the phrase that camera saves lives. Cameras definitely saved lives there. You could probably tell those does. There were several of them that were sitting there walking around, and I had several good opportunities at 27 to 30 yards. And but every time I saw where they were going, I'd try to get the camera there, and I had the camera arm too low, and it was sagging because of my MacGyver rig. I couldn't mount it any higher because of my MacGyver rig. I needed the base of the tree to be as big as it could be. Any smaller than that, it wouldn't have worked. So I couldn't even think about shooting one because I was trying to get it on camera and have a good spot and then grab the bow and shoot. So I've never had the chance. Anyway, I was right. I was gonna see some deer tonight. That cold front coming in is got them moving, and that's the most deer I've seen there in daylight hours in like over a month. So I think there was 9 does there. That was pretty cool getting to watch them fight. I even picked up a trail cam picture of them fighting. I think I videoed at least one time when they were boxing each other, but they stood up 2 or 3 times. I wasn't recording the whole time. I wish I got it all, but still pretty neat. I always like watching them does Muhammad Ali each other. And anyway, that's the end of the hunt. And I don't know if I'll get to hunt again, but click like, click subscribe. And if I do, you'll get to watch it.
All right, so we're up in the tree. This is really like a last resort hunt. Dad and I both came out here at like midnight tonight. Massive cold front, snow, frost, rain, all kinds of nastiness is coming to Oklahoma. It's gonna be here for like 7 days. Lows are gonna be like 8 degrees. Highs are gonna stay in the 30s. So this is the last decent evening, temperature-wise, before the front. So last time I came out, same deal. I had a train of does come in. I'm here to shoot a doe, but I can still shoot a buck if the right one comes. Either way, it's the last chance. It's 50 degrees. It's gonna cool off tonight. I brought the right camera mount this time. The camera's higher. So if anything happens like it did last time, I'll be able to shoot and film it. So I'm hoping it does the same thing as last time and I get to film a doe. But it's really windy. I like it a little windy in this tree because it moves a lot. It's a really small cedar tree. But I don't want it so windy it messes up my shot, and I can only take close shots. I'm not even sure if you can hear me, so. Alright, let's go. 3 o'clock. Last time it was 4 o'clock and they were here, so. Let's see what happens.
This wind, it is just howling. I mean, birds are getting flung around. I didn't think I was going to see anything, and then this lone doe steps out. She mills around out here at like 37 or 40 yards for what seems like forever. I'm not going to take that shot in this wind, and I was starting to worry that she wasn't going to give me a chance. And then she finally commits to coming to this one good shooting lane I got here to my left. I really thought that I made a bad shot here, but after watching this back in slow-mo in it, you can see this deer drop a good 8 to 10 inches on me from where I was aiming. So it did make me feel a little bit better that I made the shot I wanted to. It just didn't hit where I wanted it to.
I got one. I dropped her right there. I hit her high, hit her in the back. I had to put another one in her. I feel awful when that happens. I don't know. If I just aimed high this wind, I don't know. But put another one in her, she's down. And man, I'm excited. I get to end the season. 31 years in a row, I've tagged deer in Oklahoma. And I've got 2 people that really want deer venison. And so I'm at least going to get one of them for them. I'm going to put this arrow, knock up another arrow in case another one comes. But with a deer laying there, dead right there, probably not going to get one within range if another one comes. But I got Dad over there. Maybe Dad will get one. Thank you, Lord. It's always a blessing to shoot one. And I was worried about him running way back and being a long drive, so to drop it right there is a good deal. Anyhow, got one. Sorry I hit it high. But that's my first bow kill with this new camera, so I'm excited to see what the shot looks like, even though it's a bad shot. God is good, man. The outdoors is awesome. And thank you, Lord, for giving me one last shot before I go back to fishing hardcore for another 10 months.
All right, Dad. 34 years in a row now. Dad had to correct me. But when I hit 7 years old, I shot my first deer.
That's correct.
Since then, in the state of Oklahoma, Dad and I have harvested a deer every year since then. And I'm 41 now. So he's still 41 also. It's 34 years in a row. And the season almost got away from us. I about boogered it up. I had chances.
You did booger it up.
Dad didn't have any chances for any bucks earlier. He could have shot some does. But come late in the season, we're trying to shoot does, and they're just nocturnal as all get out.
Crazy year.
The good Lord brought me one tonight, for sure.
Yeah.
It's all by itself. Read the script. I shot it kind of high, but got the deer. Real excited about it. Didn't run nowhere.
His accuracy suffered a little bit this year, I must say.
There's no doubt about it. That honesty is all that. That is all honesty. But we did it. 34 years in a row, Dad and I have harvested a deer together in the state of Oklahoma. And I would have been sad to see that record go down. So we'll just keep it going.
Yeah. I mean, I had him tree stand sitting next to me and 5 years old. And backpacking on my back fishing when he was 1. So I've started something that I never regret, and thankful for every chance and time we got together to go do it, and hope we get a whole bunch more.
Hunting and fishing, they seem to have left a long-lasting impression on me. In fact, one of them turned into a career.
Yeah, I think so.
So anyway, but this is Dad's living room. We got deer all over the place in here.
We're not bragging.
No, we're not, but after we sold our house, I had to bring some of the deer around, and then look at the fireplace over there.
That's where some of them are going to go now.
Yeah, and we've got
3 of them, we know for sure.
There's 3 more at the taxidermist, so Yeah. Anyway, we love hunting. We love fishing. We hope you love our videos. Click like, click subscribe, and we'll see you
always
guys.
Thank the men upstairs for everything you got.
Always. All right. See you guys in the next one. Bye.
Bye.